All right, the game is final. The Minnesota Timberwolves have taken home court advantage from the Lakers, winning game one in LA. This is huge for this Minnesota team, which really got hot towards the end of the year and started really playing a good brand of basketball, playing for each other, very good defensively, tough team with tough players, and it carried over into this game. They really wanted to assert themselves in this game. I mean, you got really, really solid performances across the board. Anthony Edwards, a little bit of an injury scare, I think somewhere near like the tail end of the third quarter, still finished the game with 22 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds in 35 minutes of action. Julius Randle hit some big shots in some big spots. 16 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. Jaden McDaniels was fantastic. 25 points, 2 assists, 9 rebounds. Mike Conley Jr. hit a couple of key shots in some big moments. Naz Reid was fantastic. Had a bit of some kind of a collision or an injury situation, but he finished the game strong with 23 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. His rebounding, crucial rebounds. Dante DiVincenzo hit that big three at the end of the first half. I mean, they really did get some solid contributions from some guys, and they blew out the Lakers. The Lakers tried to make a comeback, and they just couldn't, because I think Minnesota is just a very tough-minded team. I think their mentality is they're just tough as nails. And I think that reverberates from their star player, who comes back from, a bit of an injury scare, plays through it, and finishes the game strong. For the Lakers, Luka was brilliant offensively. He had 37 points, 8 rebounds in 40 minutes of action. Austin Reeves only got you 16. That's not going to get it done. LeBron had 19. That's not going to get it done. Rui Hachimura, 9 points. That's not going to get it done. And nobody else really did anything. Jackson Hayes, 1 point in 8 minutes. Dorian Finney-Smith, 3 points in 33 minutes. I said this in previous videos. He comes and goes like the wind. You get a random daily fantasy sport game, and then you don't see him for a week. Jared Vanderbilt, 2 points in 14 minutes. You didn't really get much from anybody outside of Luka Doncic. And yes, that includes Austin Reeves and LeBron James, who are culpable in this. Now, statistically, you look at the game, the Lakers couldn't even shoot 40% from the field, 36% from 3. Meanwhile, they let the Minnesota Timberwolves shoot 51% from the field and 50% from 3. So when you lose the rebounding battle and you lose the turnover battle and you shoot poorly, you're probably not going to win the game. Oh, and by the way, the Timberwolves were getting whatever they wanted offensively. They had more paint points than the Lakers, while also shooting the 3-ball better than the Lakers. So inside, outside, they just played better. Defensively, they were much better, right? And you're not going to win a game against a team as good as the Timberwolves with one guy playing well. That's just not going to get it done. And, shout out to Luka. He did play a little bit of defense, came up with some plays. I did see him making that effort. It's hard to defend Anthony Edwards. But, I looked at LeBron. His shooting was poor. Outside of the paint, basically useless. He got some paint points, getting to the rim a couple of times, got away with some offensive fouls. It really wasn't even close. There were a couple of moments where they, I think the Lakers were actually down by like 24 points or something at one point in the game. And then they got the lead down to maybe 12 or something, but that was it. The Lakers were actually winning after 1 by 7. And they were outscored in the second quarter, 38-20. How are you going to win a playoff game giving up 38 points in a quarter? Or how about following that up by giving up 35 in the third quarter? You see what I'm saying? And then in the fourth quarter, the Lakers scored 17 points. They need to figure some things out quick. Because Anthony Edwards is the type of player that when he's feeling himself and this team is riding high, they're confident, they believe in one another, they're going to be a hard team to beat. They just took home court advantage. JJ Redick is not an experienced coach. He has no playoff experience outside of this one game. And 2 of your top 3 offensive players couldn't do enough for you. I think most of this credit needs to go to the Timberwolves for playing phenomenal defense, closing out on shots, rebounding, all those things. But seriously, LeBron, Austin Reeves, you just have to do more. It's as simple as that. You just got to play better. I mean, Luka did his part offensively. I think that's pretty clear. You just need more out of LeBron and Austin Reeves. The Minnesota team is very, very good. It's going to take more to beat them than this. What did you guys see when you watched this game? Let me know. Sound off in the comment section. Let me hear what you guys have to say on this game and how you think the rest of the series is going to play out. The Lakers are in a must-win situation. If they don't win Game 2 in LA, the series is over. And I don't want to say it's a guarantee they're going to get swept. And out of respect for Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves and their abilities, I mean, you got to think they could at least win a Game 4 if they went down 3 games. I mean, it's just crazy to think about it, but I mean, it's possible. The Lakers, if they lose Game 2, this series is over in 5. And that would be a huge disappointment because in La La Land, in LA, the Lakers, last I checked, it was all about championships. And these guys sure don't look like a championship team right now. Not after Game 1. We'll see if they bounce back in Game 2. Tell me what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe. Check out some more videos. See you guys on the next one.